Good morning, students. I am teaching chapter 16, and name of the chapter 16 is the light. Light. And yesterday, we discussed about formation of images in a plane mirror, and today we will discuss about when object is a point source of light. When object is a point source of light. Is a point source of light. When object is a point source of light. Consider in diagram you can see that 16.5 point source of light. When you will see this diagram 16.5, then you can able to understand. Consider an object O. This is the object O. This is the object. Consider an object O and situated in front of the plane mirror PQ. And it is situated in the plane mirror, that is the P and this is the Q. And the ray of light starting from point O travel in all directions. Two rays of light OA and OB starting from point O on striking the plane mirror PQ and obey the laws of reflection and get reflected along AC and BD. And when this divergent beam formed by AC and go reaches the eye, then to the eye it appears to the come from point L as illustrated in the figure 16.5, and thus I is the image of point O. If we join OI and measure OL and LI, it is the found that they are equal, and this proves that images are formed as far behind the mirror as the object is in front of it. So when object is point source of light, then what will happen? So it proves that images are formed as far behind the mirror as an object as in front of it. Second one is the B. When object is an extended source of light, then what will happen? Consider AB, a small pencil, as an extended object placed in front of a plane mirror. We shall consider the formation of images of points A and B, which are the ends of the extended object. A divergent beam starting from the point A after reflecting from a plane mirror appears to diverge from point A1. Similarly, a divergent beam starting from point B after reflection from a plane mirror appears to diverge from point B, and thus A1 B1 is the virtual image of extended object AB, which is laterally inverted and is formed as far behind the plane mirror as the object is in front of it. So two situations are there. In first situation, object is the point source of light, and when the object is extended source of light. Now we discussed about kinds of reflection. So two kinds of reflection, that is the regular reflection and irregular reflection. Kinds of reflection. Kinds of reflection. First one is the regular reflection. Second one is the irregular reflection. First one is the regular reflection. Second one is the irregular reflection. So what is the regular reflection? When a parallel beam of light on striking some smooth and polished surface is reflected as a parallel beam of light, and such type of reflection is called the regular reflection. Such type of reflection is called the regular reflection. So this is the regular reflection. This is the regular reflection. When a parallel beam of light on striking some smooth polished surface is reflected as a parallel beam of light, such a reflection is called regular reflection. Such reflection is called the regular reflection. Regular reflection helps in the formation of image, and it helps in the formation of image, and hence we can see our face in a mirror. However, it causes a very strong glare and is not good for the eyes. Now come to the irregular reflection. This is the regular reflection. Now come to the irregular reflection. I will draw the diagram of irregular reflection. Irregular reflection. This is the irregular reflection, and in irregular reflection, when a beam of light, in the irregular reflection, when a beam of light on striking some rough surface is reflected in the different direction, you can see that it reflected in the different direction, and such a reflection is called the irregular reflection, and it is sometimes called the diffused reflection. Sometimes irregular reflection, sometimes called the diffused reflection, and diffused reflection does not give rise to image formation, and it does not give rise to the image formation, but in regular reflection image formation takes place. And the reflection which takes place from the walls and stones, trees and other non-reflecting object around you is diffused reflection, and the diffused reflection helps to spread the light energy over a vast area and hence help in general illumination. Furthermore, it cuts off glare and does not strain our eyes. Most of the things that we see are due to the irregular reflection. Now come to the activity 16.4. In activity 16.4, to study the characteristics of a virtual image. What are the characteristics of a virtual image? Materials required: plain mirror, book, wide screen. And method: place your book in front of a plain mirror. What do you see? You will see the image of book which has the same size as object, but it will appear laterally inverted. Now place a wide screen behind the plain mirror. Do you see any image on the screen? You will notice that no image is formed on the screen. An image which can be only seen by the eye but cannot be taken on the screen. That image only can seen by the eyes but it can't taken on the screen is called the virtual images, and the image may be laterally inverted and it is always erect. What is the difference between real image and virtual image? Real image can be taken on the screen. A real image you can take on the screen. Virtual image, it cannot be taken on the screen. Real image, the rays of light after reflection meet at a point. When reflection takes place, then real image, it will meet at a point. This is the point. But The rays of light after reflection appears to meet at a point real image, it is always inverted. Real image, it is always inverted. Virtual image, it is always erect but laterally inverted. So this is the difference between real and virtual images. And today we discussed about formation of images in a plane mirror, when object is a point source of light and when object is an extended source of light, and kind of reflection, regular and irregular. And in this activity 16.4 we discussed about activity to study the characteristic of a virtual image and then differences between real and virtual images. So till here you will take revision.